I've been telling people a long time ago, you can't wait around for Hollywood to fix your problems.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't wait around for Hollywood to tell you that you can act
Yeah.
or that you can make a movie.
Joining us today is actor, acting coach, writer, producer, filmmaker, director, and percussionist, Ron Weisberg. Ron, thanks for stepping in. There we go. There we go. Yeah. You have a television program at your school called the Parody TV Project. Tell us more about it.
So, yeah, I run Story Quest Studios. It's an educational creative studio for actors and writers and voice actors. And I realized that this project that I created is basically like a TV world that I'm putting my students into. And I sort of coined this idea parody TV because it's like a fun world that is like a whole channel. So there's news segments, commercial segments, daytime dramas, reality shows, all condensed into 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I'm kind of maybe the only person that's crazy enough to do this, so I don't need to worry about anybody stealing the idea because they're not funny anyway.
Yeah.
Okay? They're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so I just got my trademark, actually. And so I realized that I can also sell ad spots in this world. So it became like a way of like, wait a minute. I can sort of like help build this thing for NM Film, and then different segments. I can bring in different filmmakers. You know, I don't have to direct everything, even though I can. I can bring in different filmmakers to do stuff that they're good at. Like Jonas Huerta, he likes that dark horror type stuff, and so I was like, I can do like a Tales of the Crypt for him, and he can direct that. So I just kind of came up with all these, ideas to sort of expand this little TV show and release it on channel 519. We'll shoot over there. You can shoot for free over there.
Wow.
As long as you release it to the Albuquerque Public Access TV.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sopapilla Productions because I think they've won their second award in the last 2 years. They won 2 awards in a row for Best Public Access Channel in the nation.
Wow,
that's
great.
pretty cool.
That's a good accomplishment.
And so we're going to release the TV show there, and on we're going to create a Parody TV YouTube show, YouTube channel, and then we're going to create. And then I've partnered with Story TV. It's a new indie platform for short films and for feature films, and they've accepted 9 of my projects with all the actors in there from the school. So we're just rocking and rolling. It's a lot of fun.
Everybody working, man. You're currently working behind the scenes on a couple of feature films to be shot in New Mexico. Can you elaborate on those films?
Sure. One feature film that we're bringing back. Shout out Vince McDaniel, producing partner of mine. He did Boneyard, which was the true story of the West Mesa murders.
Yeah.
And Mel Gibson was in that movie.
Never found who did it.
Yeah. Well, it's still a mystery. It gets deeper and darker, and so we're also doing a docuseries as well, and trying to bring a sequel back for that, and then a really cool story that needs to be told. And I have a feature film that I've been writing for like a decade. I've been sort of like percolating with it, and I call it Levi the Kid, and it's a fantasy Western coming-of-age story. And it's just a really fun Western, but it's also a modern Western. It's both.
Wow.
And I don't know how you can do that, but I did it. I put it on a page. It's both. And then I showed it to a couple people, and they were really excited about it. And shout out to Ivan Weiner out there. I brought him out of retirement to help me with this project. And it's a fantastic story. I think we're going to get actors attached and put a lot of people to work.
Can't wait for that to come out.
And we'll get Joe Lonesome out here for the crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get some pros out there.
Yeah. You're involved or actively involved in the soccer community with Bark Ballers.
Berkey Ballers.
Well, Berkey Ballers.
That's right.
Can you share more about your athletic pursuits and how it influences your acting style?
Well, soccer, I always say, was my first acting class because you have to actually believe everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to get other people to believe everything. Right? If somebody pushes you but you don't fall, the referee's not going to call that. So if somebody pushes you, you actually have to embellish it. Yeah. Some people think it's flopping, but actually, if you're fouled, you have to communicate that you're fouled, because if they just take the ball and then you look like a chump, it's like, no, he fouled me. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's where the acting first started, because and I realized teaching actors that everybody's acting all the time.
You're participating in a comedy show on Improv New Mexico, or NM. Can you tell us more about the details?
Absolutely. Improv New Mexico is a fantastic 501c3 organization. They're the only ones that do pay what you can improv comedy classes. Yeah. And Rachel Michaela's fantastic. Shout out to her. I started working with that organization. They were teaching some of the classes in my space, and their organization grew, and I was taking classes and learning, more improv, because I love improv comedy. I've performed doing that kind of stuff all my life.
Natural.
Well, from soccer, because soccer is improv.
Yeah.
And so is and my drumming, my percussion stuff is all improv. So it's just a natural thing that I do anyway. And so I just wanted to hone the craft itself. And so now we're doing a show on the fourth Monday of every month. It's the Deadass Improv Comedy Show. And it's with Faculty Lounge, and my troupe, The Boys, opens up for Faculty Lounge, which is Rachel Michaela's troupe. And it's just a lot of fun, where we do long form comedy, so it's not like the short form stuff. It's more character, story driven, more involved, more in depth kind of improv comedy that I think is very impressive to see when people are actually firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. You feel Hollywood has left the New Mexico TV and film industry struggling?
Hollywood is struggling. Hollywood is a struggle.
Yeah.
Hollywood is, no one even knows what that means, right? So I've been telling people a long time ago, you can't wait around for Hollywood to fix your problems. Absolutely. You can't wait around for Hollywood to tell you that you can act or that you can make a movie. They're going to say, no, we make the movies and you're our laborers. Okay? So you've got to create your own stuff. And that's what StoryQuest is all about. It's about above the line training. And we have Liz Reeder Neubauer teaching screenwriting. She's been doing it for decades, and she's fantastic. So in the screenwriting lab, we're just developing all kinds of projects from the students. And one of my goals eventually is to produce everything that comes out of that lab.
A lot of talented people in New Mexico. Mm-hmm. You developed the discovery technique as an organic evolution of Stanislavski's teachings. How does this technique differ from traditional method or Meisner training?
Sure. So Stanislavski is the old dead Russian guy,
right?
That came up with the modern acting technique. Yeah. And he had this concept of psychological action. All right. So in school, we were taught to go from action to action to action, and then I always had an issue with that, because I'm like, well, we don't really do that in real life.
No.
Do we?
No.
Unless you're like a psycho, right? Yeah. So I sort of saw these acting modalities as unrealistic, even though they called it realism, right? And so I was like, well, what is real? What is going on? What is a moment about? What are we doing in a moment if it's not like we're not playing an action on somebody, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, we're just discovering the truth.
Right here, real.
We're just discovering, and whatever you discover, you react to what you discover. I don't need to tell you how to react. I just need to know what you're discovering.
Right.
And so the discovery technique grew from that, and then I realized that instead of beats of action that make up a scene, it's beats of discoveries. And so it just grew from that.
Did you know you were pregnant? Fetch me a speculum, please. Deep breath in. You need to stop crying.
Hey, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
You have a minute?
What's wrong?
Nothing. A lot. The actor for the day's a no-show.
The husband?
The tavern owner. Can you shoot around him over his shoulder, bring in a crew standing?
You know I don't like to do that.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. Hey, the location for tomorrow.
The river.
The bedroom. It fell through. The property owner wants double what they discussed.
But we had a deal. His word has to mean something, or else we don't.
I wish it were that easy, okay? The guy's a schlump, trust me. But, hey, I got a friend who has a friend who might have a place we could use.
Yeah, and what if we don't get that in enough time?
Can you shoot around him?
Non, écoute, je sais ce que j'ai vu. Des pans sangliers. C'est le voilou.
Oh, Verlu. Verlu, yeah. We get it.
C'est le voilou.
Get off me.
Des pans sangliers. C'est le voilou.
Lucky me, I do not often see items of such quality. If only they were not brought in by some stranger passing through.
They weren't stolen, if that's what you're saying.
I can justify 20 denarii.
You're joking, that's a fraction of what they're worth.
Hades and sticks!
I beg you.
Leper! You want him on?
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Even traitors are necessary to the cause. And without you, the importance of loyalty is lost. There's no spectrum. Your death will not be in vain.
In past interviews, you mentioned how detrimental it can be when a director simply says, be angrier. How does your technique help an actor navigate vague direction?
So that was in a past interview. Everybody's like recording my interviews and be like, he was talking about emotional memory. Right? I do have a pet peeve about emotional memory, right? Because if you're supposed to be in the moment, how are you going to go back in time to some trauma that was in the past and pull out an emotion from that and then produce the emotion for the scene, and then you can't listen and be in the moment with another person, right?
Scene.
So when on set, if I want to heighten a moment emotionally, I don't tell them what the emotion is. I don't say be angry. Because anger is a mix of experiences that's usually from sorrow, right? So usually when you just say be angry, it's like this cliche. So I'm more interested in what are you discovering that makes you so disconnected from this other person that you would lash out or try to hurt them? What are you discovering that destroys your peace?
Makes sense.
And then, because you have a different emotionality than me, than any, we're all different, emotionally speaking. My rage cannot be replicated by another person. So as a director, I can't tell somebody, do rage. Because my concept of rage is way beyond what they can think of as rage. So I have to go in there and psychologically get them to understand why it's so important and what they're discovering that changes their character's life. And in the doing of that, we can change any life.
You finished your book about acting philosophy. What do you hope actors take away from it?
Well, I hope that actors take away a sense of confidence that they're discovering for themselves once again, instead of waiting for other people to discover for them. And to think for them, it's a way of thinking for yourself and being the authority over the story and coming with a choice that the director can use and bounce off of. Even if it's not the correct one, you're never worried about being right or wrong because you're always creating something with more depth that the director can use to enhance what the story is, right? Because the best story always wins, no matter what. Unless somebody is just a hater, the best story always wins.
So what, you're gonna go back to North Dakota? A place only known for a Coen brother movie?
All we gotta do is go out and kill that part of your brain that makes decisions, huh?
Drinking's good for you. You become brilliant, all right? Look, 10 million views. You're the new Bibsy.
It's Bubsy, Jean.
Drink!
I have condiments in places that God never intended.
Really? Where's that? Where did God intend?
Jean, not now.
What do you wear on these modeling jobs, Jessica?
Jean.
I don't need you to defend me from this closeted redneck.
Ooh, I like it when you talk dirty.
Jean.
You're brilliant. Stop talking for a second. Somehow the alcohol clears your synapses or something, makes you think clearly.
I'm crashing your website again tonight.
What? That's the third time this week.
Don't look at my ass when I walk away.
I can't not do that.
She's a hacker, Jean. What do you keep messing with her for?
I don't. That's okay.
On the house. Weed whacker?
No, actually, no, don't.
For your grandma.
No, she's actually allergic. Sorry.
I got a bail. Here. You need anything, I'm your man. Crossbow! 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 Hey! Come on, man. Snap out of it. You're starting to freak everybody out.
I would fight the horse-sized duck.
Frankly, you're starting to freak me out too, all right? Come on. You gotta take a break from all this for a while. Get a hold of yourself.
It's all a blur. I can't tell whether I'm coming or I'm going.
You're going. Come on. And how could you say Krav Maga is bullshit? Just wait till I take your eyeballs, put them through your dick, and you will see who is bullshit on who. What does that mean?
Interbred, your mother and your cousin tachat in the bulbul. Your round face is like result of syndrome of Down baby.
No! Those are my favorite comics. No! I specifically designed those for my pronating ankle. They cost $175 American. How could you?
Anybody know what he just said?
You transitioned Soul Acting Academy into StoryQuest Studios. What sparked that evolution, and how has the mission changed?
Well, I didn't really start Soul Acting Academy, and it wasn't ever my brand, it wasn't ever me. And I split ways with my ex-business partner, and I wanted to completely start fresh, start over. And StoryQuest, it came to me as I was driving. I was like, we're just on the quest for the most powerful story. And if we figure out how to enhance our storytelling and discover powerful storytelling, dots will start to connect. And it's got to be about the writing, it's got to be about the acting and making our own stuff. So that's why I started making short films at StoryQuest Studios with the actors. And we started putting them in film festivals, winning awards. So, it's one thing leads to another. We just have to go for it.
Go for it. Major benefit of your studio is that students complete programs with actual tangible work. Why is this hands-on, practical, real material so critical for today's market?
Well, today, most people are waiting to be picked by Hollywood that doesn't exist anymore. So you have to create your own stuff, and you have to create a working portfolio of your work. And that means, doing indie projects, working with a school like mine that creates stuff so that you have a working portfolio and you can be like, here's the work that I've done. And then you can go out and get agents, have an impact with casting directors and just keep building. There's a billow effect that occurs.
Look, you know the kind of clients I get. Some of the more messed up guys on the force.
There's a nasty rumor going around about you talking to the FBI.
More like they talk to me.
What did he say?
Same thing I tell any cop. Nothing without my lawyer.
I'm so angry at my mom for what she did. She left me.
Now that you feel at home, I didn't catch your name.
It's because I didn't give you my name, Mr. Cage.
Have you seen any suspicious activity?
Really? A missing child in this neighborhood.
Whoa. You're not gonna do a damn thing.
Lucas, what the hell?
A few months ago, I was in Singapore with my wife, Leah. A few men funded by your company took her from me.
What do you think is the most common misconception aspiring actors have?
Well, one thing that I think a lot of actors are afraid of is being forced to cry on command. I think that is actually one of the greatest fears of actors, is that they like, oh my God, I can't cry on command. And as a filmmaker, I'm like, I actually don't need you to cry on command. I need you to discover the most heartbreaking aspect or detail of the story.
Yes.
And when you discover that most heartbreaking detail, you will have an honest experience. And it's an honest experience, right? And it might not be crying, but the audience will feel the honest experience and they will have a genuine reaction. And we see this a lot. You know, you see a lot of movies where the main character's not crying, but the audience is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've done it myself. Yeah, done it myself. Your short film Bozo won several awards. What unique challenges did you face producing a short project while maintaining a high artistic standards?
That was one of the first movies that we made in the 201 class. It was a 2-person movie with a 2-person crew, Brent and I. Brent Peterson, shout out Brent Peterson. I made a bunch of movies with him where it was just he and I. And I was doing sound and he's doing camera and I'm doing slate and he's basically like, you know, making sure everything is lit right. And it was such a cool experience just to be in there with those 2 actors. And that story is ridiculous. It's about a clown that comes back from a gig and gets into an accident and finds a bunch of money. And so he thinks this is his way out, you know, out of the gutter. And he shows it to his wife and it doesn't go well.
No. Your project, Maktoub, features a magical journey to Morocco. How did you approach cross-cultural storytelling and production design on an indie budget?
Yeah, definitely an indie budget. So Nancy Brady, she pioneered that story out of the screenwriting class, and she had gone to Morocco and did these tours many years with this guy, Adi. And so Adi helped her write the script as like the Moroccan cultural ambassador for the script and came on as a producer. And I love cross-cultural storytelling.
Yeah.
My movie Levi the Kid is very much like that. It's you know, we learn from each other in through culture. And they had a lot of costumes that, you know, Adi already had and he had access to.
Yeah.
And so we didn't actually have to spend a lot of money out of pocket for a lot of the Moroccan stuff because Adi is Moroccan and he's the one that goes on these tours. And so we had a lot of those kinds of things. And one of the actors, we used his location. And 2 of the actors, actually, we went up to the East Mountains and there was a beautiful home there with a beautiful vista of the mountains. And then we used the foothills to make it look like, you know, mountains in East Africa.
That's great.
Yeah, so it was a lot of cool stuff that we got to do there.
You have a plethora of professional IMDb credits. How does your firsthand experience as a working actor inform your decision as a producer?
As a working actor, I realized that we're all a team on set, and there's not really a good excuse for ego to slow things down. And so as a producer, I don't really let things get slowed down by actors.
You strongly advocate for creating through play and refusing to call it work. How do you keep the spirit of play alive when facing the harsh rejections of the film business?
Well, like I said, we can't wait around to be picked. If you're waiting around to be picked, you're just going to play the rejection game, and it's a game that you play with yourself psychologically, unless you give yourself permission to be a creator. And that's what it is about. You have to give yourself permission to be a creator, and you have to cultivate great ideas and great storytelling. Great storytelling will connect you beyond your imagination to your goals and your dreams.
Give you that level you need. Your stated mission is to create stories that mean something towards peace. What does peace-focused storytelling look like in a highly commercialized industry?
Well, they do profit off of a divide and conquer mentality. They do profit off of rage bait. And by they, I mean Hollywood and the media system. They're showing you news that's going to make you angry to keep that an endorphin going, you know. So I think that we, as storytellers, do have a responsibility not just to entertain. We should also share wisdom and empathy. And empathy, and stories should teach lessons that are important for us to be reminded about. And look, peace is we're dealing with the one of the worst situations we've had in our time.
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you for your service, by the way. Yeah. Piece of cake, right? I'm half Israeli. And there's nothing fun about it, you know. And anybody that thinks war is a good idea from any side is living a delusion.
Yes.
And they have fallen into the trap of divide and conquer. So if you're out there and you're saying, well, those people are this and those people are that, that's the symptom of divide and conquer. The true goal for humanity is unity, and that's when we will find our, you know, what we're capable of. We're going to see. And there's people that don't want us to see. But the only way that we can progress is through storytelling.
Yeah, the truth. All right, time to lighten things up with some lightning round questions.
Oh, boy.
All right,
Let's lightening it up.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You can speak while I do it.
Oh, okay. Worst actor habit that secretly drives you crazy?
Probably the eyebrows. People think they're acting with their eyebrows is a good idea, but it's just like, tone them down. Tone them down. No, they're creeping up again.
What's more terrifying, a room full of casting directors or a room full of toddlers?
Oh, man. It's basically the same.
The same. The same.
I'm just kidding. I love all you casting directors out there. I was just playing.
If your acting style was a food, what would it be?
Oh, huevos rancheros.
I like that.
With Christmas red and green.
There you go.
Showing both sides.
Yeah.
The dark and the light.
Most bizarre thing you've ever seen on a local indie film set?
Most bizarre thing I've ever seen on a local indie film set. Well, Jonas Huerta had this doll that he like ripped up and it came to life, and that was pretty weird. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre.
That's pretty good.
Best excuse a student has ever given you for not memorizing their script?
Best excuse? I didn't read the email.
That's a good one. If you had to do a scene entirely in a terrible accent, which accent are you choosing?
Russian.
Yeah.
Don't you do that to me. I am not going to let you beat me in any way.
Okay.
Because I'm Russian. You have to say the word Russian to get the accent out.
That's crazy. A lot of people have done it too. It's crazy. The discovery technique in one single sound effect.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. New Mexico is frequently called the chili capital of the world. Obviously, your Christmas.
No.
No?
No.
What is it, red or green?
Green.
Roasted green.
Purity.
Pure. Yeah.
Don't give me that pulverized weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, roasted,
Like,
chopped.
we don't even know what's in the red. Let's all be honest.
Ron, is there anything I may have overlooked that you'd like to share?
No, come out to 828. That's the space.
right.
That's the improv space now. You can watch us on August 24th or the fourth Monday of every month. Check us out on StoryQuestStudios.com. Look at all the classes and reach out. StoryQuestStudios@gmail.com. Reach out and let me know what's going on.
Ron, it has been a pleasure meeting you. You're welcome back anytime.
Appreciate it, brother.
Viva New Mexico Studios.
Thanks, man.
Actor, acting coach, writer, producer, filmmaker, director, and percussionist, Ron Weisberg.
All right.
Viva New Mexico.
Viva New
Our
Mexico.
host, Jamie Gannon Varedas, a.k.a. Jamie B.
Thanks, Jamie.
You bet, buddy.